What's the mission critical number you probably don't check in your auto repair shop and you were never even told exists? I'm Dean from the Workshop Whisperer. This is the original Workshop Whisperer herself, Rachael Evans. And on today's episode of Talking Shop, we're going to reveal that number that you need to know in your auto repair shop. Rach, what's that number?
Well, that number is actually a number that just really gets neglected in favour of looking at revenue, maybe looking at gross profit, definitely looking at net profit, because that's what you're supposed to have to spend at the end of the day. And the number is your attrition rate, your annual attrition rate. And the reason that it gets overlooked is because many shops feel like they're just so busy every day of every week of every year that you don't need to do proper marketing, or you don't even need to think about those customers who haven't returned for whatever reason. But here's why it's such a vital number, your annual attrition rate. It's because this number just ticks away in the background and unacknowledged for
3 or 4 years?
Yeah, 3 years usually, ends up you having an enduring quiet time that you can't explain because your previous experience has been busy, 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 and everybody busy and you likely at burnout. But what's been happening in the background is that every year, 18% on average of your auto repair shop's customers have been not returning. And they only do it for one of 3 reasons. Yeah. The first of those is that they simply move away and another auto repair shop is more convenient.
Yeah. The 3 Ds. The first one is distance. The distance to travel to your place is further than it was, so they go somewhere else.
Yeah. The second reason is that unfortunately they may have passed away.
It happens.
It does. And the third reason is they, for whatever reason, your workmanship, your poor customer service, anything they perceive in that regard, or they perceived that there was a better deal somewhere else. Yeah, so they chose someone else and they haven't returned.
Yeah, the 3 Ds. They die, there's too much of a distance, or they think they're getting a better deal somewhere else. And those 3 factors alone
they contribute.
An attrition rate of up to 18% per year. So
That's
over
right.
3 to 4 years, you can actually get to a point where you do not have enough customers, enough active customers on your database to keep the lights on and the doors open. And it sneaks up without people ever understanding that number, ever tracking that number, or ever being aware that they're getting close to that critical number.
And that's why when somebody says to us, oh, we don't do marketing, we don't need to, word of mouth is all we need. Well, if your word of mouth isn't enough to replenish that 18% that left last year, that means you've got a smaller amount of active customers on your customer database this year. And then this year, another 18% are going to go by the wayside. By the time we get to next year, you're probably noticing that there's starting to be gaps in the diary, in the booking diary. And this is why we always need some form of branding, marketing going on in the background. It needs to be that marketing that allows you to be top of mind when somebody realizes that they are due for their service. Your email marketing or your SMS reminders, remind them that it's time to come in. That in itself is not enough. You need your social media working. You need your website on point so it turns up in searches. You may even want a low-level Google Ads campaign or Meta Ads campaign working there in the background just to be providing that replenishment of that 18%, because eventually even the best shops will run out of their word-of-mouth referral marketing in a number that is great enough to top up what goes by the wayside every year.
Yeah, word of mouth works for the 3 Fs, for your friends, your families, and anyone who's foolish enough to come and bring their car to you without having met you first. And I feel like we don't have emojis here, but that's almost a slap face emoji live, because the amount of times we get told, I don't do any marketing, all of our customers come through word of mouth. That has a finite limit, an end game that contributes to that 18% customer database. So it's such an
and
important
quite
number.
often those auto repair shop owners that are saying, "Oh, we don't do marketing," come to us with cash flow issues.
Yeah, it's a symptom, not necessarily the source of
Yeah.
the issue. So 18% annual attrition rate is the number you now know. It's a number you want to be measuring, and there are, we call it the database jumpstart, but there are strategies and tactics that we teach to help keep your customer database active, engaged, and increasing, so you never run out of the customers you need to keep the lights on and the doors open in your auto repair shop. We'll see you on the next episode of Talking Shop.